Welcome to Sims 3. If you've played Red Dead Redemption 2, this house should look very familiar to you, as I did try to go for the Braithwaite Manor. If it doesn't look familiar, then you should play the video game, and you won't regret it. And you'll probably go and play the first game as well, because as it surely stands out, the number 2 at the end implies that there was a previous game. So go play the game if you haven't. But if you have, this is going to be a good opportunity for you to judge my creative additions, I guess you could call it, my creative liberties, as they would say. But let's go ahead and take a look. So let's do an outside circle. Got our front of the house. We put in a schmold garden, something that, obviously is not going to stand up to the Braithwaite fields. Back of the house, the roof, which you can sort of see, a little pool that looks more like a pond. And then we have our stables for $5,000 horses, of which I don't have any horses yet. My Sim's just hanging out. And that is the overall outside. Pretty simple. We are limited by the size of the Sim lots, so perfectly fine. But yeah, so that's the outside. Overall, it does look like any kind of colonial style house from the late 1800s. Definitely, hopefully looks like the Braithwaite Manor from the outside. Now the question is, how close did I get for the inside? And there's a couple different ways I went about this. Not that anyone necessarily cares about the methodology I did, but my process was to go through based on the storyline that you play during the game. I did find out later that you could go into the live version of Red Dead Redemption 2 and explore this house in entirety. I did not do that because I didn't know about it at the time, but it's fine. I think that I made some good decisions creative-wise. So let's go take a look inside. Imagine that you happen to be Arthur Morgan, as you tend to be when you're playing through the game. And you walk up to Braithwaite Manor and you're thinking, wow, look at all that white paint. That must be expensive and time consuming. Well, you'd be right. Spent a lot of time trying to pick the right shade of white. But that doesn't apply to the inside, although I did still use a lot of white. Let's take a look. First thing you're going to see is the foyer. So, basically got some basic decorations. Got our carpet, got our paintings. To the left, we hope you would like to play some cribbage with Miss Braithwaite. No harp in this corner. Replaced it with a bass. And pretty little bookcase area. Nice little hallway. A piano, because there was a piano, although it was a standing version in the Red Dead Redemption 2. So no standing piano in the expansions you can get. All right, next room, we have our tropical dining room. So this is pretty consistent with kind of how I felt it looked based on the screenshots I got. It looks nice. Very tropical, very fancy. Somebody who likes to entertain. From the foyer, we got our hallway again. And then this teeny tiny little hallway. Made an assumption for both rooms. Ended up one is right, one is wrong. And this is the one that's wrong. So I decided it should be a bathroom because otherwise there was no bathroom on the first floor. And being in Sims 3, if you actually want to play in this, you're going to want a bathroom because your Sims will have an accident. But, that's assuming you would like to actually play with this house. Second room was the one I got right. It's the kitchen. Now, my color choices and my design were different, but overall, I was right that it should be a kitchen. And I tried to make it as close to what I thought it would look like. Also adding in modern conveniences, because again, you are going to try and play with this, then you definitely want those. Now, back to the other side. Elevator, that was a creative decision on my part. I didn't want to spend all my time going up and down the circle stairs. Here we have the office. This is the masculine study. So I should have lit that. It would look a lot cooler if I had that lit while I was doing a walkthrough. But yeah, masculine study. We got a gramophone over here. Yeah, just like the game. Now, let's go see the second floor. Here we are, the second floor. So you'll recognize this hallway leads straight into Miss Braithwaite's master bedroom. So Creative liberties here. I picked pink because she seemed to like pink a lot, and I found out later it was actually more of like a white or a gray, but whatever, it's fine. This little room over here, the one she was hiding in, based on the screenshots I got, it was kind of like a little dressing room, so nothing exciting there. But I did decide to give her a bathroom because every master suite needs a master bathroom. Creative liberties. To the other side, my favorite room. This is my favorite because it is calm. The colors are very peaceful. I love the carpet. If I could have my own bedroom design like this, I probably would, minus the wallpaper. I do like how it looks, but I don't like wallpaper. So maybe if it was fabric, it wouldn't be so bad. Here's the elevator. Little room on the right. It's a little bathroom, which is great. This room is like a little library, a little painting easel, a little chess set, a little cribbage. Actually, now I think about it, I should have been doing that the whole time. I don't know what I was thinking, not actually giving you the full experience. So let's head on up. We'll take the elevator this time. And here we are heading out to that third floor, which is really just a room I decided to treat for kids. So I don't have any children, but I would imagine if you're playing Sims and you decide you want to have kids with whatever characters you put in here, you need to have a play area. So I did put a television. Obviously that was not in Red Dead Redemption 2, but the little robot, well, Arthur would argue that there are robots because he saw one brought to life. Unless you played that area, that side quest, as John, in which case Arthur would have no clue, but that's all up to you. Little doll houses and a little train set. A lot of assumptions here I'm making, but these would have been around in the late 1800s, right? You would have seen rocking horses, and you would have seen rocking chairs, and of course little bookcases and little toys. So not all of this is wrong, but again, creative liberties. Didn't know what to do with the floor, made it into a little play area. Let's head on up, see what's on the last floor. Here we are in the last floor. Well, the last of the top. Now, if I had my own house and I was able to have a gym in it, this is what I would put in here. And I would make it these colors, very neutral, and I'd have a little aquarium. Of course, I wouldn't be the one taking care of it, but that's fine. Little bathrooms, so nothing exciting, just something nice. And I don't know why I'm moving so fast. I think it's because there's a little less assets that I'm trying to move through the higher up on the ceiling I go. But yeah, so it'd have a little workout room. Now, up to the top floor. And there you have it. We're on the roof. And of course, the sun is setting. It's the perfect time to be up here. Oh, well, I'm afraid the assets need a moment to load. But of course, here we are. We got this lovely little pond and these beautiful little sun relaxation chairs. Fire pit. Can't have a ceiling area or a roof area without a fire pit. And talk about that view. Now, if there's nothing else that Sims 3 got right, it's straight up just how beautiful they made the areas. If I could afford a house this nice, you can be assured I would be living in it. But I'm not, so obviously I can't. Now, to confirm, this is the end of my walkthrough, and if you haven't played Red Dead Redemption 2 yet, I hope that seeing how this house looks would make you want to play. And if not, well, I think you're missing out and you should change your mind. Oh, I did forget to mention one last thing. If you do decide to play, go and find yourself that warped brindle Arabian. It's above the reservation and it is beautiful. Good luck.